following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Tommy O'Brien, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow up 148. Nasdaq's up 31. S&Ps are up 14. We have gold down 18 bucks at $13.25. Silver's down 14 cents, $20.27. You get the oil market up 53 cents at 45.30. Bonds are getting slammed again. You get the 10-year down 19 ticks, the 30-year off 2.5 points, 172. And good old King Dollar just keeps rejecting lower price, only up 22 ticks. But bottom line, each and every time they're trying to jam it down, there's a buyer inside King Dollar there. So
all over new highs, right?
Yeah.
When's the Dow 20,000 party? It's coming.
Man, it's already 18,500.
That's what I'm saying, right?
And, of course, what ends up happening, folks, is that the higher that the number goes, that you can be up 200 or 300 points, and that's only going to end up being, 0.7% or 1% of the move.
It's less than 10% from where we're at right now.
Isn't that crazy, man? Let's go over to my man, Mr. Kevin Hanks from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. And, folks, if you haven't test drove that platform yet, amazing platform. Come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see the banner on the top and on the side. You can hit the banner, bring up the exchange, bring up the platform. You can test drive the platform. Of course, each and every trading day right here at TFNN, we have swim lessons, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Get it right on your cell phone, TFNN.com. Hit Tiger TV. Kevin Hanks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tommy. Good morning, Tom. How's everything going there,
Morning,
guys?
Kevin.
Going good, man. Hey, listen, all's wells with the world. Markets are up, bonds are down, gold's getting smoked,
Here's the thing that's catching my eye this morning, Tom, though, as an options trader.
Yeah.
Think about this. SPX up, VIX up.
Yeah.
Think about that.
I like it.
And think about what does that mean? And everyone can say, well, here's what it means. Here's what it means in a nutshell from an X4 trader. That means puts are bid in the SPX, and they're not going down.
Wow. Yeah.
Put bids aren't moving. So people are trying to buy here on the upside. That's why the VIX is hanging in there on an up market. So these are things to be watching for.
So watch out, right?
Yeah.
That's a red flag that you see.
That's cool,
listen,
man.
Why is VIX up in an up market?
And, Kevin, the correlation, when we go through the markets all the time between the indices and the bonds and, and the NASDAQ. And in the NASDAQ, I like trading the NASDAQ, okay? I mean, just because I've been doing it so long. I mean, that's where I started, I guess. So that's where I just like to be. And with the NASDAQ lagging so much, I'm saying to myself, man, this is really weird. Do you know what I mean? You have Google that, is a monster. And, it's lagging. Microsoft is coming into a gap from when it got destroyed in April. It's going to come out with their numbers in the next couple of days. And so, I agree. I mean, it's like, okay, man, and we know that these couple weeks in the summer are pretty cool. You can kind of jam markets around quite a bit.
There should be a little fear in these markets.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're right, Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And guess what? That PPI number, that is a little stronger than everyone wants it to be.
Yeah.
That PPI number up 0.5%. That is, we don't want to start talking about that I word, inflation.
Right.
Right. And that's why that 10-year yield. That's why the bonds can't catch a bid here, Tommy. I mean, if inflation comes in, look out. I mean, yield.
I know, man. I know. And what's wild, folks, is that the stretches in the marketplace right now. Because we could say it's always something. Okay, it was Brexit this time for June 24th. Yeah. But those stretches in all the different vehicles that we trade are amazing, man. You know what I mean? And they're all coming back inside them. Like, what's blowing my mind, Kevin, right now, and Tom, is like, why is the dollar? The dollar saying, hey, that thing wants to break topside, man, and that's going to be really like, okay, so what's going to happen if it really does happen? You know what I mean? Like, that would be another indication that, guess what? Those rates of another, even a 0.25% would be on the table again. You know?
Yeah.
Absolutely right. It's just a matter of when that starts creeping into the conversation,
Yeah.
right? I mean, today we had PPI, pretty strong number, domestic producers. Tomorrow we get CPI, right? And we get retail sales.
Right.
2 more things that'll just start. You'll start collecting data on it, right? And then all of a sudden the whispers will start coming, and these bonds will listen if these numbers come in inflationary.
Yeah. And, you know, what's really cool here, as Kevin just started us off, is this VIX thing. The VIX is a big deal, folks, okay? Because the bottom line is that us as retail brokers, okay, we can't move markets. But guess what? Probably who's in there, as you said, bidding the VIX. That's a monster. That's someone. That's a big monster. And there's a lot of funds out there. Do you know what I mean? It's like, okay, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody's not kidding around. If the market's up 150 and VIX is up, someone's not kidding around in the SPX market.
Yeah. No doubt. Listen, folks, right here, every trading day, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, outstanding program, swim lessons. If you're in the option market, folks, it's a must. Bottom line, if you want to learn about markets, it's a must. So
we're always listening ourselves.
I'm telling you, man. It's, and you know what happens, folks, if you have been in the option market and just start options. Reading about options are a lot harder than listening to them, having to understand it.
I'd say stuff just like this, the VIX, right?
Yeah, totally. Kevin, you have a great day and a safe day. We look forward to the program at noon.
Always a pleasure, guys.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, man. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow right now is up 154. You get the NASDAQ up 33. S&Ps are up 16. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Technomental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow up 138. You get the Nasdaq up 30. S&Ps are up 14. We get gold down 1870. Silver's off 17. Now, silver. So if we look at the gold market first, what you have, folks, is that gold's taken out a B point, and it looks like it's going to have the volume. You know, it's a small ABC down. It's about 46-point ABC down. So the B point on this is the low of Monday. That's 1331. We did 257,000 contracts. We're already at 193. You know, so it looks like it's going to take it out. That has a price projection. Let's see. So 1377.50 is your A. 1331. So it's probably
That's your 46.
46 bucks. Yeah. So and your C would be the high of today, which is 48. So 1302.
Yeah.
Now this is where this comes from. Is that I suspect what we're going to probably do, though, is get down to the tops of where it broke out from, you know, which gold loves to do more than a 1-to-1 ABC. So that's like 1280. So we'll see where that shakes out. Silver. Now, that being said, you know, we've been talking about where my heads up was coming from was the silver extension.
Yep.
And silver hasn't broken yet.
Okay.
You know, silver's still in good shape, man. You know, bottom line is that it refuses to break down.
Yeah.
Bonds, different ball game. Now, this is pretty cool, just this correlation. So, you know, the bond market also is taking out a B point. Now, we'll see whether we get the volume on the bond market. It's going to be pretty hard to get it, actually, you know, because
we're coming into Brexit. Right?
We're coming into Brexit. Well.
Oh, you're just looking at the bar 2 days ago. Okay.
Yeah, this is 10. Well, what it is that this is the 10-year. We've done 766,000, right? It has to do like 1.4 million. It might. Okay. I mean, it can. This is still early. But that being said, I think the bonds are going to get down to the bottom of that bar because we're so deep into it already. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I say deep into it, folks, the top of that bar is 134. The bottom's 130. We're at 132.09. You know. If we take a look at the 30-year, what you're going to see is that the 30-year is down 2 points. Now, the 30-year really just started to pierce that line, which is the 173.25. You know, so there's a lot of different dynamics. Now, I had a call yesterday, Tom, right? This was really cool. So, a guy calls up in the afternoon, found us on Google, and I was asking him, how'd you find us? And he said, well, I was Googling swing trading, right? Cool. Bottom line, he's been listening for a while now. And he was asking me, is the SPY and an ABC up? Now, when he was asking me that, I was looking at the SPY going all the way back because you know, as an ABC structure on the way up, you know, you're coming up with volume, down with volume, breaking a B point with volume. That's my definition of an ABC up. Now, I was going through that with him. He says, no, I'm not looking at that one. Now, check this out, man. I didn't see this, and it's so freaking cool because when you break highs, you know, you don't know where you're going. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
And I always like to have price projections say, at least my probability say where we're going.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? He had an ABC up, and this is what it is. It's so cool. So the A point would be the low of the 27th, okay? And what we did, folks, is this. We did go up on volume, okay? So this is just a smaller ABC, but watch how this goes. You went up on volume. We went from $198.65 up to $210. So we had an expansion of volume on the way up. You know, for the second day up, we did 159 million. Then we did 137. Then we did 165. And then it died. Okay, it did 106. But this is what we did. When we backed down with lighter volume, you back down with 109 million. You back down with 96 million, right? So as you go back up again, we took that small B point out. We took it out with 133. I was so elated, man, because it was like the ABC structure there is $218 and something cents.
Okay.
So what that does, what it did, I said, okay, great. So now you get a target to go for because I had a target inside the NASDAQ composite. Do you know what I mean? So the composite I was looking for that 5100. 50.
And where does that come from?
That comes from, that's the next swing point that's laying up there. See, the 5116.
Sure.
So the correlation, folks, the way that I'm looking at this right now, the correlation would be that you let gold finish its ABC down, because that's a confirmed one. We'll see if the bonds, have the volume for an ABC down. And then the wild card here is going to be the dollar, though. If that dollar wants to break topside, it's going to be like, okay, man, that would mean that the metals would have a deeper retracement. So we'll see where that shakes out. If you haven't test drove the Nadex platform yet, folks, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the platform, the banner on the top of the side. You can bring up the platform and put $25,000 of paper money into your account. And Tom is already bringing it up, and we're talking
7 minutes till natural gas inventory numbers, right?
Natural gas.
So just to go over it again, and we'll see what we'll do. But right now, gas is at 274.
Yep.
Call it, and the spreads, which are nice, and that's probably just because there hasn't been that much movement, right?
Right.
It's pretty much where it's been at, just oscillating around this 274 area, or
Yes.
275. So the middle of the spread is basically 275. They have one that goes from 265 to 285.
Okay.
And then they have one where 275 is going to be the ceiling, and then
Yeah.
they have one where 275 is going to be the floor.
Right.
So it's almost the same exact thing we were talking about yesterday. Let's say if you wanted to be bullish,
Yeah.
and you're going to buy it, you could risk 12 for 188. You have a $200 pie for
Look at
20
that.
cents.
Yeah.
And then the same way on the downside, it's going to be somewhat similar, a little bit different, because there's a little bit of intrinsic value in a couple of
Okay.
these. So instead of 12, you're going to be risking 17. But guess what? There's about $5 in intrinsic value within that, since it's
That's pretty well.
is there? No, it's not above 2 for. Yeah, so it's just all premium.
We're trading 274.
They're all going to be premium if you get into the two,
Right.
one where it's at the ceiling or the floor.
Right. Okay, so
But yeah, they're good trades. They are.
let me look at Bloomberg for a second. And what did happen?
Just minimize that.
And we'll go over this too, because I sold the NASDAQ this morning inside the platform too. We'll go over that in a second. So let me see natural gas, CR. Let's see, natural gas, where the heck are you? Okay. So if we look at this, this is always...
And they're saying in the den that they're predicting a build of 59 billion.
Yeah.
And last week the build was 39.
So the last 267... Yeah, 267 is game here. This is interesting.
That'd be nice if you were short them, because you'd have, well, I was going to say you'd have to the bottom of the floor. I mean, maybe just because some of that premium you're paying for, if you do take the one with 274 being the top of it,
Okay.
you have profit all the way to 255, right?
Okay, let's look at it again.
So the
Okay.
box on the short side
Yeah.
is going to be from 255 to 275. So, if you think it only has potential to 267,
Yeah.
you could do that. You could, but you might not get the extreme move, whereas maybe a risk reward just picking the middle of it and setting a stop or something, a mental stop.
I got it. Okay.
Because part of this premium you're paying is for the right to claim profit all the way to 255.
Right.
So if you don't think it has any chance of that, or maybe, but being able to only risk $12 or $19,
Yeah.
that's the side of that too.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Defined risk with earnings, for
Right.
sure.
Today, many commodities are trading at relative lows. And now you can take advantage with Everbank's new limited time, 5-year, market safe currency comeback CD. This indexed and US dollar denominated CD offers 100% principal protection and is based on the equally rated performance of currencies of Australia, Canada, Chile, Mexico, and South Africa. These 5 countries are especially rich in commodities, and their respective currencies are poised to do well should commodity prices begin to recover. Keep in mind that no APY, or periodic rate of interest, is paid on the CD. Don't miss out on this innovative new financial opportunity. CDs must be opened and funded by the upcoming July 14th deadline. To apply online and learn more about the CD, including product terms and disclosures, visit everbank.com/TFNN now. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a member FDIC.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So EIA says U.S. natural gas stockpiles rose 64 BCF last week.
That's somewhat good, right? I mean, the consensus was going to be 59. It looks like, as in you just went short.
I went short.
So there was a bigger build than they anticipated.
But I lost.
But well, you've lost for the last 15 seconds.
I lost on oil yesterday too, man.
Well, that's all right. Just to pull up the trade, I mean, you did choose that 275 with the ceiling, so.
And we're trading at 276 right now.
I think
folks.
you had, what, $17 per contract, and
right.
you have 4 contracts.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But like we saw yesterday, we're 30 seconds into the news.
Oh yeah, I'm with you there. It would be nice if it would spiked all the way back down.
It would be nice if the initial spike, I think, is what you're saying, was in your direction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, what it hasn't done, folks, it did spike over the highs of is that this morning at 0600? Hasn't stayed there yet. So we've had a movement.
This is 8 in the morning here. This is 6 in the morning.
And the movement's it's 2 pennies thus far, right? Or isn't it?
Yeah,
penny?
right. That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll see where that baby shakes
up.
out.
I mean, we can pull up more in the news as we go through the hour, but realistically, I mean, there was a bigger build than they estimated. That should cause the price to go down.
Yeah. Markets are deviant, though.
It is deviant.
No doubt. So now let's go over to the NASDAQ, too, because what I did out here this morning, folks, is that this market here looks to me is that I don't expect, a pullback here at this point, but what I do expect intraday is the NASDAQ in particular. I expect that you're going to have a little volatility and there'll be enough of a pullback that I can make a few bucks here. So what I did this morning is that, and this was inside the Nadex platform, sorry about that, folks. I sold a couple contracts. I sold them at 45.92, I think, when it was trading at 45.92 inside the platform. And the reason I did it was this. You can see that it was prior to that. Here it is right here. At 7 o'clock, we came down with some decent volume, and we got down to the 45.80 level. I let it come all the way back topside, into that 45.92 again,
Yeah.
and that's where I sold them. And that's kind of where we are right now. So if we do look at that trade, where's that trade? So where am I at that one?
Hidden behind all these natural gas charts.
Yeah, and this type of the way the spread is, I really like this trade. Now this trade here, like Monday or Tuesday of next week, I think will be phenomenal. Meaning, there's no way I'm expecting. I'm on the 80-point spread, and I'm at the top of the spread, so I'm not expecting even close to 80 points. But I'll take 30. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Intraday. You know.
And I'm just lining up exactly where. Let's see. 5. Yeah, it looks like you got in about 45.84. Now that's where the spread was.
That's right.
The market was probably a little bit higher at that
It
point.
was.
Right?
It was.
Yeah. So about $150 of risk, because that's going to be the difference from 4,600,
That's right.
which is the ceiling,
Yeah.
to 45.20.
Right.
So a nice, risking 1 to make 3 kind of
Right.
trade.
And now that's the setup there, folks. In that was 1 to make 3.
Right.
But you got to really understand, I wasn't going for the 3 because I don't think it's going to be that bad a market. But I still like the setup because I'm saying to myself, you know what? My probability of this market closing of a 4,600, I don't see it out here. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
And we're only 6 points away from it. We're at 45.94. So.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So. And that one there, that's kind of staying at that level because of the fact that when you're selling near the top of the box, it can go up a little bit higher, and you're not going to be losing as much because the delta is different, right?
We'll see what we do at this level, right? A nice little level here.
Yeah.
See if we can hold it.
Right.
Right. Yeah, it looks like natural gas is having a hard time. We'll pull back. As in a hard time going down. Oh,
look at that.
I spoke too quick. See?
That's good. That's good. And
So right now you have value in there right now. You're going to get value back anytime it's below 275.
Right.
So right now you're getting $1 back. Well, you were, and you only had $17 at risk.
Right.
So, even without a spike in your direction, and you have 26 minutes, we're only 4 minutes after the news.
No.
Not bad.
And one of the things that you want to understand inside the plot is always defined risk.
Yeah, right.
And that's a big deal. Defined risk is no doubt a big deal, folks. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's go over to J.P. Morgan. So J.P. Morgan come out with numbers this morning, and they were good numbers. J.P. Morgan's up 154. That being said, what you're going to see is that the last swing high up here, the bottom of it was $64.92, the top $66.20. You had 18 million shares. It's like, okay, is it going to go after the high? More than likely it is. That's on the daily. You put this on the weekly, and what you're going to see is that this thing is coming into the whole downdraft that had taken place in January, just as the NASDAQ is. Yeah. So what happens there, folks, is that you need dramatically heavier volume, in order to get that baby going a lot higher.
Yeah.
So I think BAC, let me just see when Bank of America comes out next. That's the 18th?
That might be Monday.
Okay, and then, let's see, Citigroup is the 15th.
Tomorrow, Friday.
Okay, that's cool. And Citigroup caught a small bid, too.
It would make sense with JP Morgan, right?
Totally. And the real kick is going to be like, are we, getting close again to at least talk about, let's go into the bond as to what traders are betting on. So this hasn't changed much since yesterday. We're looking at the Fed futures funds rate, folks. That is a tradable vehicle, and the percentage as it gets over 50%. Look at that. Doesn't go until June of 2017.
Yeah, and we don't get above 40% until March of 2017 either.
Wow, that's intense. Now, you know what happened this morning? This is pretty cool. And what's interesting is like when I was watching gold last night, I'm saying to myself, gold was dictating last night that the central bank in Britain was not going to go up on their rates, or no, go down on their rates.
Yes.
And the market, though, I heard this morning. We got to find out where this is in the Bloomberg. On Bloomberg, the market was predicting 87% that they were going to go down on rates.
Okay.
And they didn't. And, gold had already been down $20. It didn't affect it.
Okay.
But what it did do, watch this. What it did do is that the pound went up. Look at the spike in the pound this morning, folks, was pretty dramatic. It went from 132 up to 134. Now it's backing down. It's at 133 right now. And that had to do with their central bank not going up on rates. Not going down on rates, which totally makes sense because this just happened.
Did you see some of the stories coming out of how much the Wimbledon champions lost in U.S. dollar value?
No.
Because they got paid in pounds.
Really?
They get £2 million each champion, which is remarkable. That would have been about $3 million US dollars, and it got knocked down to 2.6 million. So they lost about 400 grand each.
Wild. Yeah. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow right now is trading up 142. You get the Nasdaq up 33. S&Ps are up 13. And don't forget, folks, right at TFNN, every trading day, well, you got Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we do live programming, 8 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. Tuesday, Thursday, 7 in the morning to 6 in the afternoon. You get all that programming right on your cell phone, TFNN.com. Just hit Tiger TV.
So here's what I did. I put a horizontal line on where you got into this.
Okay.
Which, as we see, I mean, right now you have a dollar value, and you've only got to get to about 73.3 is where it is. But you got 20 minutes until expiration. That's the beauty of that. I mean, because you never would have been able to hold that as it spiked upward if you had chose that one-to-one risk reward, right? Because you would have been risking a full 100.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty cool.
And you know what does happen in markets in general, folks, is that, you know, if you're driving in your car, we'll explain the chart that we're looking at. It's a short-term chart, but it couldn't take out the highs. And when you can't take out the highs, and you know it's had you know, a few minutes to try to do that, it's like, okay, man, now you're going to try to take out the lows.
We made it to 276.9.
Okay.
And we're already, you know, we're 20, you know, pips, ticks, whatever you want to call it, below that right now, 274.9.
Pretty wild, man, no doubt. Look at that. So let's look inside the Dow Industrials as to what the strength and the weakness is. Strength out here today is is J.P. Morgan. That's up 2.3%. Goldman's up 1.1. Now Apple's caught a bit, and we're going to go back to Apple a second. We'll see what's going on with Apple. 1.6%. IBM's up 1.6. And all the Dow stocks, the only Dow stock that is down and it's really flat is Verizon. It's down 10 cents. AAPL. Let's take a look at Apple. So Apple right now has got some juice underneath it too. So Apple wants higher price. You know, Apple.
Is there news driving that at all?
Yeah, what it is that last night, and let me see this. I forget the name of the company. In Japan, a company came in and made a fortune last night, and they weren't expected to make money. They were expected to make money, but not as much as they did. And what it is, it's a large chip company that makes chips for Apple. And they make chips for everyone else, too, okay? Now, go ahead. Was it there? Okay. Let me go get back to this. So what happened is that it's like, okay, man. Did I put the wrong one? Bummer. Okay, let's see. AAPL. How did I do this?
That's okay.
Yeah, but that's what that was about. Thank you, Taka. Yeah, Taiwan Semiconductor.
Okay.
Taiwan Semiconductor came out last night. Big numbers, man. And it was like, oh, okay. So, and it's, I guess, the Apple's, they make something for the iPhone 7 that's coming out.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where, you know.
There you go.
Okay, there you go. Taiwan Semi is a supplier of Apple and Qualcomm and may have already begun to produce chipsets for the iPhone 7, according to Sinopac Securities.
And just look for maybe the other Apple suppliers like Taiwan Semi, along with, of course, Apple.
Right. So that's where that action's coming from. If we go into the NDX 100 and you look at the strength versus the weakness, what we have out here inside the strength is that you have American Airlines is up 4.2%. eBay's up. eBay, look at that, up 3.2.
What are they doing?
I know. You know,
do they still exist?
Isn't that weird? I know, man. Seriously, look, they don't exist. Is
this a PayPal? Do they still own PayPal? Because I think they do.
They spun it off.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay.
They spun PayPal off. You know, but they're definitely doing something. You know, let's see what they take in. It is pretty wild.
Yeah,
though.
no, I know they're a
listen,
company.
I know.
They're a $30 billion company or something like that. They are
taking $2.2 billion. But like,
no, a quarter.
It's $2 billion a quarter. Yeah.
Well,
you know, but you can see before they spun off PayPal it was $3.4 billion a quarter. You know, if we look back in the numbers, 2012, 13, 14.
Yeah, they were taking in $18 billion a year in 2014. They're taking in $9 billion next year.
Right. You can see that drop.
Still.
You know. So inside that NDX 100, would you have? Let's see, is this Liberty? Yeah, Liberty is up 3%. Endo's always up or down 3 or 4%. Taking it down. Now you can see inside the NDX 100 today too is that you know, it's strong because
only one stock down more than 0.6%.
Exactly, which is NXP Semi. As we're talking, let's go over and take a look at the gold market because gold just got a spike off the bottom. Well, I guess not that much, but
it's an $8 spike.
Yeah, we just went from 13.20 to 13.29, and the number you want to watch, though. Yeah, see, this is really deviant. It's really cool when the markets can really get deviant because what happens is that, and that's why you always kind of want to have at least a projection of what you think your system is doing. Do you know what I mean? Whatever system you use. Now, to me, gold doesn't mean a thing if it can't get above 1331, because that's the swing point for Monday.
Okay.
And we can see when we started the program, the amount of selling is still really huge because, I felt we were going to get, break the B point, but we're already at 204,000 contracts.
Yeah, it'll be a big day.
Yeah, it's going to, it's under the B point. It has the volume under the B point. And then what you do to break it down, what I do to break it down, folks, is you can get closer in and say, okay, show me what you just did. Well, we're going into the downdraft that was created at 4 o'clock this morning with 7,400 contracts, which guess what? Who's up at 4 o'clock in the morning and doing 7,000 contracts? Well, that's Europe. Europe trading us, okay? Yeah. Well, you're going to need that type of contract value in order to get rid of that supply line. Now, it's doing a decent job. This 10-minute buy here, we get 2 minutes left. You get, no, you're at 4,000. 4,000 versus 7. Doesn't mean you can't do it, but what that is saying is that it needs more juice in order to get up there. So, going to be the volatility's out here in spades. The dollar index, the dollar, I think, is the wild card out here, man. It's going to be wild watching the dollar. Let's go back over to. Oh, look at that!
It's hanging right at the ceiling for you.
Well, and it literally it spiked underneath it a bit, didn't it?
It made it all the way down. Let's see.
Yeah.
274.3.
Yeah.
You're at 274.7. I mean, that's pretty good action, right? With the full 11 minutes left. And I say that seriously.
For the defined risk I had, it's not bad, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
what's nice is, it was trading right at about 275, and you have $2 of value in there where you had, as I'm saying it, and you know what? That might seem like nothing. Guess what? It's not nothing when you're risking 15. You're getting back over 15% of what you're putting up, and that's just right there. But that's going to add up because it's basically all risk, and you're going to lose it time. But that money adds up.
No,
now you have $4 in value. That's 25%. So if you're only putting up $17 with a potential to make 180, and some of the time when your plan doesn't even go right, you get back half of that 17 anyway.
I know.
You can see how that. Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
That is cool.
I don't know what just happened, folks, but this thing just got toasted.
And I'm glad I put that line on there. Talk about
I know.
easy. That's your break even. So
I got to do that. That's
10
pretty
minutes.
Cool.
10 minutes. And what's nice is you can see. I mean, they show
right
the number
on
right there. And
yeah.
so I just look exactly where you're in the position.
Yeah.
And I just slide a horizontal line.
Bud Ross horizontal line.
That's right. Look at those channels. Go for it, baby.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I coming right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge Heard Daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow right now up 133. You get the Nasdaq up 32. S&Ps are up 12. We got gold down 14. And bottom line,
and where's natural gas?
Natural gas is coming with me, baby. It's you just got a nice little downdraft. We got 6 minutes left in the contract, and right now we're in the money.
That's a nice 5-minute bar, especially considering that it began, and this level right here is the ceiling of your spread, right? 275 to the dot. And the bar begins there, and we see where, I mean, we had to even adjust this chart. The chart we were looking at last segment, I think was something like that. And let's get all the action. So in 1 second, we're getting a new bar. Here it comes. There you go. And you got 5 minutes until expiration. It'd be nice if this bar could get a mirror image right here, right?
No doubt, because we're at 272 right now.
Yeah, so 272, if it expires, you're going to get $30 back per contract with $17 at risk. With $13 profit, minus maybe 90 cents per contract still.
Right.
A nice trade when, like you said, the initial spike, wasn't in your direction, and it's always tougher to get a huge profit if the initial spike isn't in your direction.
Right.
You can get a profitable trade, and this one's continuing. But you're not going to get that $200 profit. One of those types of trades.
Right. And the defined risk is a big deal, folks, okay? Because when you're talking, the thing that I really like about this platform is that we talk short money quite a bit, meaning $17 a contract. Well, on the other side of that, though, what you can make is pretty dramatic, and you can, that makes a big difference. I mean,
for sure. I know you're going to hold these until expiration, which is 4 minutes.
Right.
I mean, if you really didn't want to, you could get out right now, even with the bid offer of $25, and you're still locking in maybe a 30% profit or something, 40% profit.
Interesting. Okay.
Just to let people know, you know what I mean? Because you can see that this could get a quick spike as well, but that's I'm just putting that.
Well, and what Tommy's bringing up, and this is really important.
Coming off a huge spike like this, down.
Right. And what's really important to understand, too, in this contract is that you're still dealing with the spread. So I'm dealing with 718 versus 726, right? And we're trading at 722.
Yeah. So you can see that it's basically an eight
ticks
tick spread.
Yeah.
With 4 ticks on each side of the real market.
Right.
So you're only paying 4 ticks away from market, really, to get out of the position, which is not bad when you're talking about a $200 spread with the full potential. And with 3 minutes, even 4 minutes when we started talking about it, that's a lot of time, actually.
Oh, it's a lot
to only give up 4 ticks to lock in maybe $26 of value when you only risked $17 of value.
Right.
Add that all up, right?
Right.
They're small numbers, but you could be trading. You have 4 contracts, I think, right? You could be trading 10 contracts of this. But even if you're trading 1 or 2, those percentages, and think in terms of percentages. Because
you have to.
That's what I was saying. I mean, it almost sounds comical, and you are going to pay an exit commission.
Right.
So $1 actually gets negated most of the time. But guess what? Once you get $2, $3, $4, when you're only risking 17, that's a real value.
Yeah. No doubt.
2 minutes. All right. We'll watch it. We'll watch it. We'll pull it off the screen. We'll watch it. We'll let everybody know where it figures out as we come into the close.
Yeah, and if we let's go over to the bond market quickly and just take a look at bonds. So we take a look at the 10-year first. 10-year at this point has rejected that B point. So this is
and just to go over,
Yeah.
just because we spent so much time on this, and I have to
Yes.
see with 2 minutes left.
Okay. Oh, this is good too.
The market dried up.
Right.
So talking about that, that's something that if you really do want to get out of this position,
Yeah.
just be aware that you can't wait until the very last second.
Right.
And that would make sense. If you're a market maker,
Yeah.
there can be such quick moves with only 60 seconds left till expiration.
Totally.
You can't price a bid offer that quick.
Right. You stay right there, folks. And man, Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. And, of course, then we go to Swim Headquarters. Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back.
Thanks, man.
pal. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.